On March 12, 2015, I had a spontaneous weekend road trip to New York City. I was accompanied by two good friends, David and Tratham.
Are you videotaping this?
Yes. We started with a road trip from Toronto, Ontario to New York. The whole trip came about because Tratham was leaving on a year-long travel adventure, and David and I decided to tag along to say goodbye. The first night, we made it across the border, through small towns, and one fast food stop before we got lost.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, but that's telling us to go back the way we came. I don't know. Do you want me to do it?
I don't know.
Turn right on William Street.
Weren't we turning on Broadway before?
That's before you decided to go the wrong way.
And then we got lost again.
You have reached your destination.
At some point around 3 a.m., we finally found a motel for the night. Then started the second leg of the trip, the Friendly's Way.
He would never be a good director.
What's your good morning speech, Lana?
I don't have a good morning speech, Tratham. I don't have coffee yet. There's no good morning speech until there's coffee.
I got you a coffee. You just chose not to drink the coffee.
She chose to forget it.
I chose to forget it. You can always tell you're getting closer to a city when the amount of traffic and construction increases. And also when you encounter toll bridges and tunnels.
I'm scared. Just like a movie.
After getting a small tour of the city by car, it was time for us to drop off our rental and head out on foot to see the wondrous, magical sights in the streets of New York. After this fabulousness, we finally got to our hotel and were eager to get out and enjoy all the city had to offer. From this point on, filming the boys on their electronics became my little side project. Stick around to the end to see a montage. The restaurant we wanted to go to for dinner had a 2-hour wait list, but we found an awesome little place that had free corkage, so we grabbed a couple of bottles of wine from a convenience store.
Not just any bottle. Dr. Ruth's.
What is it, like 8% alcohol?
It is 6%.
Like 13? Who doesn't love a tasty wine product? But the food more than made up for our poor wine choices. After that, we walked up to Times Square and wandered around. The next day was rainy and cold, but it didn't stop us from getting out and seeing as much as possible. First stop was the Staten Island Ferry. We were on a pretty small budget for this trip. The ferry is free, brings you right past the Statue of Liberty, and you can bring your own alcohol on board. So it was a no-brainer for us instead of paying for a tour. It was a super foggy day, but made for some cool visuals of the city and statue. Then we went to lunch at the place we tried to go to dinner the night before. The atmosphere was great, the staff were awesome, and the deep dish pizza is totally worth the wait.
actually have to eat it with a fork and knife, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it depends on how messy you want to get.
We then headed to Grand Central Station. And had a very brief stroll in Central Park. Then it was off to the theater district where we saw Mamma Mia. The third and final day was cold and damp, but my favorite of the trip. We started the day by walking the Brooklyn Bridge. This walk is basically porn for photographers. Then we headed over to the 9/11 Memorial.
We all need somebody to lean on.
And our last major stop on the trip was to the Rockefeller Center.
Welcome to Top of the Rock.
And then it was time to say goodbye to Tratham. What's your favorite part of the trip?
I think just hanging out with you guys.
Aw.
It's been too long since we've done this, something like this.
My favorite part was sharing a bag with Tratham. Snoring was delightful.
Now I'm gonna end this video with a compilation of the boys on their phones.